Hello everyone and welcome back to the mathematical mindset. So right here guys, we have this 9 square root math simplification problem. So right here guys, before we get started, you want to simply click on the link in the description of my video to join my Telegram channel link for math discussion. So right here guys, let's get started. I'm going to share with you two methods that you can actually use to solve this right here. So guys, let's simply start with method 1. All right, so we have this to be equal to the square root of, now we can easily express 30 to be 10 multiplied 3 or raised to the power of 3 plus, now we can easily express 40 to be 10 multiplied 4 or raised to the power of 3 plus, we can express 50 to be 10 multiplied 5 or raised to the power of 3. But if we have a multiply b or raised to the power of x, this can be expressed as a raised to the power of x multiply b raised to the power of x. So this is equal to the square root of 10 raised to the power of 3 multiply 3 raised to the power of 3 plus 10 raised to the power of 3 multiply 4 raised to the power of 3 plus 10 raised to the power of 3 multiply 5 raised to the power of 3. Alright, so this is equal to the square root of, now we have 10 raised to the power of 3 to be a common term, so if we factor that out, we have 3 raised to the power of 3 plus 4 raised to the power of 3 plus 5 raised to the power of what? 3. So this is equal to the square root of 10 raised to the power of 3 multiply 3 raised to the power of 3 is 27 plus 4 raised to the power of 3 is 64 plus 5 raised to the power of 3 is 100 and what's 25. So from here we have this to be equal to the square root of 10 raised to the power of 3 multiply 27 plus 64 plus 125 is going to give us 216, and this is equal to the square root of 10 raised to the power of 3 multiply 216 can be expressed in terms of 6 as 6 raised to the power of 3. So this is equal to the square root of, now if we have a raised to the power of x multiply b raised to the power of x, we can easily express this to be a multiply b or raised to the power of x. So we have this to be 10 multiply 6 or raised to the power of 3, and this is equals to the square root of 10 multiplied 6 is 60 or raised to the power of 3. Alright, so at this point we can easily express this to be equal to the square root of 60 multiplied 60 multiply what? 60. So we have this to be equal to 60 square multiply 60. But if we have the square root of a multiply b, this is equal to the square root of a multiply the square root of b. So this is equal to the square root of 60 square multiply the square root of 60. So this is equal to this, we cancel out this, we have 60 multiply the square root of, now 60 can easily be expressed as 4 multiply what? 15. So this is equal to 60 multiply, applying this same property, we have this to be the square root of 4 multiply the square root of what? 15, and this is equal to 60 multiply the square root of 4 is 2 multiply the square root of 15, and this is equals to 60 multiply 2 is 120. 120 multiply the root of 15, we have this to be 120 root what? 15, and this becomes the final answer. So guys, we have been able to solve the first method right here. So let's go into method 2. So right here we have this to be what? Method 2, and we have the expression to be given as 30 raised to the power of 3 plus 40 raised to the power of 3 plus 50 raised to the power of 3 right here. So at this point, the first thing you want to note that 30 raised to the power of 3 is equals to 27,000. We have 40 raised to the power of 3 is equals to 64,000, and 50 raised to the power of 3 is equals to 125 what? Thousand. So hence we have this to be the square root of 27,000 plus 64,000 plus 125,000. So we have this to be equal to the square root of 27,000 plus 64,000 plus 125,000. We have this to be 216 what? Thousand. So we have this to be equal to the square root of 216 multiply what? 1000. So this is equal to the square root of 216 in terms of 6 is 6 raised to the power of 3 multiply 1000 in terms of 10 is 10 raised to the power of 3, and this is equal to the square root of 6 multiply 10 or raised to the power of 3, and this is equal to the square root of 6 multiplied 10 is 60 or raised to the power of 3, and we have this to be equal to the square root of 60 multiplied 60 multiplied 60, and this is equal to the square root of 60 square multiply 60. So this is equal to the square root of 60 square multiply the square root of 60. This is equals to, this we cancel out, this we have 60 multiply the square root of, now 60 can be expressed as 4 multiply what, 15, and this is equals to 60 multiply the square root of 4 multiply the square root of 15, and this is equals to 60 multiply the square root of 4 is 2 multiply the square root of 15, and this is equals to 60 multiplied to 120. 120 multiply the root of 15, we have 120 root what, 15, and this becomes the final answer. So right here guys, this is how you can solve this nice square root math simplification problem, and we have our final answer to be 120 root what, 15. So with this guys, I'm going to see you in the next video, and if you've not yet subscribed to the mathematical mindset, please do where to click onto that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up.